What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another fragrance review by the one, the only me. I have a 2009 release from the house of Thierry Mugler, and this is the wildly popular flanker version of Amen, and it is the one and the only pure malt. This is the 3.4 ounce bottle. As with any flanker, that's the size you get. As you can see, it's the same bottle design with the star and the flask vibe, and this one has a golden amber juice, which is synonymous with the variation they did, which is a boozy whiskey note. So hopping right into what this smells like, let me just tell you exactly what this is. What they did was they took the original Amen DNA, picture that in your head, you smell it, now dump that into a whiskey barrel, and it's sitting and it's marinating and it's melding and it's coming together, and it's infusing the whiskey smell in the Amen. Okay, you with me? Now take that out and add like a fresh raspberry berry note into that. Okay, so what you're left with is chocolate, which is synonymous with the Amen, whiskey, and berries. Okay, so in a nutshell, I'm going to paint a picture for you what it smells like, not how they put it together like I just said, but what it smells like to me. So picture in front of you, you have a fresh plate of berries, you have a fresh rolled chocolatey cigar, a fresh tobacco rolled chocolatey scented cigar, and you have a very expensive whiskey. All three of those are in front of you, and you smell it, and that's exactly what you get with this. I do believe that out of all the flankers, this one right here has the least smell from the original Amen DNA. It almost turns into a whole nother fragrance, if you ask me, and it is unique, and nothing out there smells like it. Despite the fact that it has some fruity notes, this puppy right here is a masculine smell. It does have great longevity, and I think the projection is very good on this. It's definitely worth the $85–90 bucks that you would drop on a flanker from this home. Among all the other flankers, this one is my favorite, and I have some other ones that I've done, and they are just not as good. Like the new one, Cryptomint, smells like they ran out of ideas, and that one is just so harsh and smells exactly like the original DNA with just mint in it. It's not good. So what I would go with age group with this, I would say basically you can go ahead and say, you know, anyone that's brave enough, I would say early 20s and up. I would say this is a great signature scent for me due to the kind of boozy, chocolatey, tobacco-y smell I get. You know, I sprayed some right here. Just a sweet, woody, chocolatey, fruity cigar whiskey. I mean, to be honest with you, it's very linear. It does not develop from takeoff to landing. It is basically the same smell. But I would go signature scent with this. I would say this right here, from what I've gathered, this guys are gonna like this smell more than women. It is not by any means a panty dropper, but this does entertain, this does deliver, and people will notice you with this fragrance, again, because it's nothing typical like this on the market currently at Macy's, Dillard's, Bloomingdale's, etc. This is like a smell within itself. I would say that this is not great for clubbing. It does not have a club vibe scent to it at all. I mean, you typically wouldn't smell a smell like this in a club. It's not uber sweet, uber fresh, uber spicy, uber floral, you know, uber marine, aqua, aquatic. I mean, those are typical with clubbing scents, and you don't get that with this. This is just, this guy right here is just down to earth. He's a guy's guy. He's masculine. You know, he likes leather jackets, and he wears nice leather boots, and he wears jeans, you know, and t-shirts. I wouldn't say this is a very classy, elegant smell. I don't think this smells like, you know, like my other fragrances that I have, like the Gucci Porons and the Gucci Envies, and those are just so refined and classic and elegant and sophisticated. It doesn't have that, and like the rich and decadent. This doesn't have that type of vibe. This is just a really cool take on the original Amen DNA. So I mean, like I said, it's gonna have that formula in there. You're definitely gonna get the patchouli, you know, which is in the back, the chocolate, which is in the front, which is synonymous with that home. That's the base notes that make up the Amen smell. But it's really, this is very soft, because that original Amen is very harsh and tart and comes off sour almost. But this is a very smooth, mellow take on that smell, and I do believe it's because of the whiskey, which is smooth, and then you add the fruit notes in there, which are, you know, they're a smooth smell. They're like a soft smell, so that's what you get with this. So, like I said earlier, how I pictured it, again, you just take a bowl of raspberries or berries, you take a nice chocolatey, tobacco-y, fresh cigar, and you got some whiskey, and, you know, put them all in a fucking blender and hit blend, and all the shit comes together and the smells form, and you open up your blender top, and this is exactly what you're going to smell. I definitely recommend everyone try this before you buy this, because as I stated earlier, this isn't necessarily a panty dropper, or I would say a very significant compliment getter. I mean, you're not going to stink or smell like an old man or anything like that, but it's not going to catch someone's nose as like La Mall or Paco Rabanne 1 Million or Acqua di Gio or Versace Eros. Those, if you get my vibe, those smells are huge. Or Paco Rabanne Aqua, which I did a review on. Smashing reviews on that for women. They love it. Jeremy Fragrance did a review on it. Other reviewers did a review on it, and it's just, it smashed it with compliments, especially among females. But then, like I was saying, with this right here, you're not going to get that. It's just it's a unique smell. It's just a different take. I mean, it's almost awkward to smell like the notes in this, because it's just not an everyday smell you would have. I mean, whiskey, chocolate, and fruit. I mean, think about it. Whiskey, chocolate, and fruit. I mean, that's just not a typical everyday smell. Like, you just don't smell like that every day. I mean, it's not an everyday odor. It's not a general fragrance you get from a man. Now, like I did the Rive Gauche by Yves Saint Laurent. That's a very masculine, sophisticated, fresh, elegant take on a men's cologne. That smells like a man's cologne. But this right here, I'm going to be honest with you guys, and don't castrate me for this, you know, figuratively, of course. It just smells like a really good Yankee candle, like the men's section of Yankee candles. Picture a candle at Yankee Candle that's called Cabin in the Lodge or Cabin in the Mountains. I mean, that's just like a man cave smell. You know, guys like tobacco, you know, cigars. Guys like whiskey. You know, guys like to eat chocolate too, and that's like, it just smells homey. It's a relaxing smell. You know, it smells cuddly. It just smells like a good candle. So I just felt like doing that. Basically, that's what I get from this. So definitely give it a try. It's got great longevity. It's a unique smell. It's my favorite take on the whole line, just because I like the softed, rounded out, mellow take on the original DNA on this. And you can smell the whiskey in this. So I think that's pretty neat. But to me, you know, try it on fragrantica.com, basenotes.net. This thing right here is just, if you look at all the reviews, they're 9 times out of 10 they're guys. And, you know, they like it for the reasons they like it. And 9 times out of 10 is just because of the way Amen took their fragrance and turned it into something else. So it's going on, again, like I said, to keep under 10, but that's my review, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you still like it.